We're here just outside of Pasco, and I met with Randy Mullen, who was kind enough to show us around his potato farm.
What are we standing on right now? What kind of potatoes are these?
This is a Norcota russet, and this variety will end up in the grocery stores and restaurants.
How many acres of potatoes do you have?
Well, this field right here is approximately 100 acres. In total, we're raising about 1,000.
Wow.
We figure there's about 1 semi-load per acre. So this field here will have 100 semi-loads of potatoes. Will be harvested out of this field here.
You do the math, right?
Yeah.
It's a lot of potatoes.
It's a lot of potatoes.
And I hear there's a lot of history at this farm.
There's a lot of history.
Is there?
There's a lot of history here. My dad came here in the 1940s. This is block 1, so it's the first block developed in the South Columbia Basin Irrigation District.
Really?
And you had to draw for farm units back then, and you had to be a veteran. And this is not the same farm that he drew back in the 40s, but we've been here ever since.
Now, I was amazed to find out that in just a few short days of no water, this green field of potato plants will dry up so they can easily harvest them.
So it's probably a good thing that you don't have to go out here and do this by hand, right?
You know, I think about that occasionally. Where back in the old days, where they had to come out and dig them by hand.
Yeah.
You know, and I think there's places in Russia where they still do that.
That's a big potato right there.
So what makes Washington such a great place to grow potatoes?
Washington has the highest yield of any place else in the world, and it has to do with our weather. It has to do with these volcanic soils. Those are the 2 main factors in raising quality potatoes.
You're president of the National Potato Council.
That's correct. Yeah.
That's great. So
Yeah.
what do you do for them, and what does the council do?
The council is kind of the legislative arm of the national potato industry. And so our office is in Washington, D.C. So we've got people up on the Hill on a daily basis, and also we deal a lot with the Environmental Protection Agency. Through the Potato Commission, we donate a lot to the Second Harvest and some of the other organizations that are helping the people who don't have quite the resources.
Yeah.
So how healthy is a potato?
It's full of potassium. You know, a potato and a banana, believe it or not, are very similar.
Really?
In makeup.
And what's the best part of being a farmer?
Oh, I like the freedom of being a farmer.
Yeah.
It's a great thing. Come out here and kind of be your own boss. And my family's very active in the farm, and it's just, to me, it's a wonderful way to make a living.
How important are potatoes to Washington, its people, and its economy?
Well, Washington State University had an impact study, and they came up with 23,000 jobs in the state by the potato industry, and $4.6 billion in revenue.
That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of people employed too.
It's very important to the Washington economy.
Absolutely.
I guess I've never really thought about how many people we're feeding with this farm here, but that'd be a lot.
Yeah.
So potatoes or spuds?
Probably call them potatoes more than I call them spuds. but if I'm saying we're going to go dig, we're going to go dig spuds.
Dig some spuds. That's right.
To learn more about what it's like to be a farmer in Washington, go to our website at wagrown.com.